50% of the total power generation in India is from thermal power stations, which are fueled by coal and is also a major raw material for heavy industries like iron and steel. Now look at this image. Coal can be categorized as anthracite, bituminous and lignite on the basis of degree of compression, the depth and time of burial. Now with the help of your textbook, complete the following table. Type of coal in one column, then grade of that coal and other features and uses. Further, on the basis of time of formation, coal may be classified as Gondwana coal and tertiary coal. While Gondwana coal is found in Damodar Valley in West Bengal and Jharkhand, tertiary coal is found in northeastern states of Meghalaya, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland. Let's understand the distribution of major coal fields and mines in India with the help of the map. Coal is majorly found in the central, eastern and northeastern parts of India. Jharia and Bokaro in Jharkhand and Raniganj in West Bengal, followed by Korba in Chhattisgarh, are important coal fields in India. Besides, Talcher in Odisha, Singrauli in Madhya Pradesh also produces substantial quantities of coal. Neyveli in Tamil Nadu is a major lignite coal field in India. Let's discuss about our next fossil fuel, that is petroleum or mineral oil or crude oil. We often confuse petroleum with the petrol we use in our vehicles. It is important to understand while petrol is a refined form of petroleum and is used for fueling automobiles and other engines. Petroleum in itself has vast usage and is used across industries for manufacturing synthetic fiber, paints, plastic, etc. You may be surprised to know that even the Vaseline jelly you use to keep your skin soft is a byproduct of petroleum. Like coal, petroleum is also a fossil fuel and is formed over the centuries by deposition of organisms which were buried in a particular type of rock. Have a look at this diagram, which explains the rock structure required for the formation of petroleum. A porous limestone or sandstone, which allows the movement of oil, is surrounded by non-porous rock layer, and these non-porous rock layer prevent oil from escaping. Petroleum is largely found in two regions, offshore and onshore. Now look at the map. Offshore fields are located in the Arabian Sea, Mumbai High and Basian off the coast Maharashtra and Gujarat, while the major onshore fields are in Gujarat and Assam. In Gujarat, important places are Kalol and Ankaleshwar, and in Assam it is Digboi, Naharkatia and Moran Hugri. Mumbai High is the largest producer of oil in India, while Digboi was the first oil well of India operating since pre-independence. Now let's discuss the third fossil fuel, that is natural gas. Natural gas, amongst all the fossil fuels, is considered as the cleanest fuel because of low carbon dioxide emission. Governments worldwide promote maximum usage of gas as a fuel in order to curb air pollution. The major reserves of natural gas in India are found in Mumbai High and allied fields in the Gulf of Cambay. While these reserves are being actively used to harness natural gas, large reserves of natural gas have also been found in the western and northern India. Natural gas from Mumbai High is transported through a long pipeline connecting Hazira in Gujarat, Vijaypur in Madhya Pradesh and Jagdishpur in Uttar Pradesh to cities of Delhi NCR, feeding many fertilizer plants, power plants and industrial complexes. Refer to the map given in the textbook, distribution of coal, oil and natural gas. Fill in the remaining two columns of the table given: coal mines and state, oil fields and state. This tabular information can act as a great tool for remembering the various mines and their states. Electricity. As you know, electricity is the most essential to the modern day living. It lights up our homes and streets, runs all our appliances and gadgets, power all our industries and connects to the entire country and the world. While new ways of generating electricity have been developed in recent years, the two conventional sources of generating electricity have been thermal power and hydropower. Let's understand the difference between the two. Hydroelectricity is generated by fast-flowing water, while thermal electricity is generated by using coal, petroleum and natural gas. Hydropower is based on renewable resources, while the thermal power station uses non-renewable fossil fuels. Hydropower does not cause pollution. On the other hand, thermal power causes pollution. Conventional sources of energy have traditionally supported our power demands. But with increasing urbanization and industrialization, our demand have grown and we cannot depend only on fossil fuels which are non-renewable in nature. Thus, there is a need to look for other non-conventional sources of energy which can fulfill our ever-expanding demands. The non-conventional sources of energy are mostly renewable in nature and pollution-free. The major non-conventional sources of energy are nuclear power, solar power, wind power, biogas, tidal energy and geothermal energy. Nuclear or atomic energy. All of us have heard of nuclear bombings in Hiroshima and Nagasaki during the Second World War. This leads us to think that nuclear energy can only be used for destruction. However, you may be surprised to know that nuclear or atomic energy can generate enormous amount of electricity, causing comparatively less amount of pollution. In India, uranium and thorium, which are largely used for generating atomic or nuclear power, are found in Aravalli ranges of Rajasthan and Jharkhand. The monzite sands of Kerala is also rich in thorium. The major nuclear power plants in India are Narora in UP, Rawatbhat in Rajasthan, Kakrapara in Gujarat, Tarapur in Maharashtra, Kaiga in Karnataka and Kalpakkam in Tamil Nadu. Now let's do a small exercise. On a political outline map of India, mark these thermal and nuclear power stations which you see on this map. Dear students, you can also see these power stations on the portal created for students called School Bhuvan NCERT under the thematic series 2. You can see each of these separately also. Open layer of coal mines and thermal power stations simultaneously and observe the relationship between the two. Now let's discuss non-conventional renewable sources of energy. Solar energy, as the name suggests, is generated from the sun. You may have observed a group of solar panels on rooftops of houses and offices or in large open spaces. These panels with photovoltaic cell technology can convert sunlight directly into electricity. Various state governments have introduced incentives and schemes like subsidizing solar power generation equipment and buying back excess generated electricity in order to promote the usage of this alternative form of energy. Wind has emerged as one of the leading sources of renewable power generation. Huge tracts of coastal India have tremendous potential of generating energy from winds. Monsoon winds and desert winds also have the potential of generating power. The largest wind farm cluster in India is located in Tamil Nadu from Nagarcoil to Madurai. Rajasthan is also well known for effective use of wind energy in the country. Apart from these, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Gujarat, Kerala, Maharashtra and Lakshadweep also have the potential to generate wind power. Biogas. Traditionally, kerosene, cow dung cake, charcoal and firewood were used in rural areas for cooking purposes. However, a lot of people are increasingly moving to biogas for the purpose, which can be produced easily by shrubs, farm waste, animal and human waste. Several biogas plants have been set up at municipal, cooperative and individual level in the villages. The plants using cattle dung are called gobar gas plants. Biogas is not only more efficient in comparison to traditional fuels mentioned above, it also helps in curbing pollution and providing better quality manure. It is also an efficient tool of disposing of agricultural, human and animal waste. Tidal energy. We all know that water is used to produce electricity by building dams on rivers. However, for some years now, water in the oceans in the form of tides has also been used as a comprehensive source of power generation. Countries like Japan and France have been generating huge quantities of electricity via tidal waves. To generate electricity from tides, floodgate dams are built across the inlets. In India, the Gulf of Khambat, Gulf of Kutch in Gujarat, and Gangetic Delta of Sundarban region of West Bengal provide ideal condition for the generation of tidal energy. Geothermal energy. In some places, especially in the hilly areas, hot springs are found. These hot springs are formed as a result of hot water from the earth's crust flowing out to the surface. This hot water turns into steam on contact with the colder surface air. Steam can be used to drive turbines and generate electricity. In India, 2 experimental projects have been undertaken to harness geothermal energy. One is located in the Parvati Valley near Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh and the other is located in the Puga Valley, Ladakh. After we have understood all about the conventional and non-conventional sources of energy, let's see what is the share of these different sources in fulfilling the energy demands of India. Look at this pie diagram. As you can see, thermal power shares 62% of the total energy generation. Hydropower share 24%, nuclear power is sharing 2% and the renewable energy resources are sharing 12%. As you can observe that our energy consumption is heavily skewed towards non-renewable fossil fuels, we need to move to newer non-conventional and renewable sources of energy to be able to keep up with the growing demand. Conservation of energy resources. Dear students, can you imagine life without the light, the fan, the air conditioner, the refrigerator, the television in your home? Can you imagine your life without a car or a bus or a train for commuting? Can you imagine your life without industries and offices which provide the products and services you are so used to? However, the hard truth is that all of the above need some or the other source of energy to run. Unfortunately, we do not have enough natural resources of energy to run all of these indefinitely. While we are constantly in search of new and unconventional sources of energy, we will not be able to use the required energy resources unless we take drastic steps towards their conservation. Few very simple things or acts can help us to conserve huge amount of energy which can be put for later or more important tasks. Using public transport instead of individual, switching off electricity when not in use, using power saving devices and using renewable sources of power. With that, we conclude today's session. I hope you all have understood the conventional and non-conventional sources of energy and their distribution in India, and also remember, energy saved is energy produced. Thank you.